It's here, it's finally here. 3 long months and you're finally home. Hi, I'm Diane and I have officially reached 1,000 subscribers! Yay! Thank you to everybody who has supported my channel by liking and subscribing. I really appreciate it. I didn't think I was going to be able to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, but here we are with shorter hair and blonder hair and a lot of life updates that I'm not going to update you guys on in this video because today we're going to be setting up my new longboard, which I am excited to talk about. But before I get into that, again, I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported my channel so far. It has been quite a journey and still learning how to be consistent on this thing, but thank you to everybody who stays and continues to watch and follow. So if you like the content that you see on my channel, please give it a like and subscribe, and if you want to be notified, you can hit that bell wherever it is down there. So thank you. I really appreciate you. I wouldn't have been able to hit 1,000 without you guys. Let's try to go up in the numbers. I don't know if we'll be able to reach my next goal, which is to hit 30,000 subscribers before I turn 30, but that's stretching it a little far. I'm turning 30 very soon. So if we can hit 30,000 miraculously, that would be so amazing. But even if we could hit 3,000, that would be amazing too. Today, I am excited to talk about the long-awaited longboard setup that I talked about months ago. My board finally came in, so I am going to be talking a little bit about my thoughts and impressions on the new board that I got, and then I'm also going to be going into more detail as to what my setup is and what materials that I have to put my whole board together. But yeah, there's a lot to go into this. I have never set up a longboard by myself before. The first board that I ever got was already pre-assembled. I was able to customize everything that I wanted for the board, but I didn't put it together. So this is going to be a whole new experience as a longboarder. I feel like this is a different level of initiation into the longboard society. So I'm excited to be able to say that I put the board together along with the customizations that I really wanted to have for my board. This is going to be an awesome dream setup, and I really hope that it works out. And if you want to know why I bought a new longboard, I talked about it in a previous video, so if you want to watch that as to why, go ahead and click the link up above somewhere here. Without further ado, let's talk about this board. I got this board from Cosmo Longboards, and it's the Astro Pro 42 deck in white ash. It has a wider width and kicks, which is perfect for freestyling and dancing, and I bought this in a soft flex. Normally this board comes with grip tape in the center, but I requested it to be placed only on the kicktails for better performance on dancing, because I do like the length in comparison to my height, so I'm hoping it will make landing freestyle tricks easier for me since it's lighter and much shorter. As you can see, in comparison to my loaded Terra board, it's much shorter but still long enough to do dance steps. As first impressions go, I do like how light it is, and I really like the wood veneer. I know it's going to get heavier once the trucks and wheels are attached, but the fact that it's light to begin with is super promising. Other than that, I'm pretty stoked to start riding this. The wheels I'll be using are the blood orange smoke wheels I won in a giveaway. I use them on my old setup, which is why it looks pretty beat, but it still rides like a charm. I also bought new bearings, risers, and trucks, and I bought bushings, but I didn't realize that my caliber trucks already had bushings in it, so I'll probably replace them later down the road since I specifically chose those bushings according to my weight. And it's off screen, but I'm using hardware from my old setup because I completely forgot to buy new ones. I'll eventually buy new ones, but for now, the ones I have will work just fine. The only tool I'll be using to assemble everything is my T-tool. It's not shown on screen, but I'll place a picture of a T-tool for you to reference.
Oh my god.
Sorry if you guys hear birds or cars on the outside, audio. But what I'm gonna do first is I have to puncture some holes in here because the grip tape doesn't have it. So I need to be able to do that to attach the trucks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna figure out where I wanna put the trucks first and then make that hole. I already kind of decided earlier where I wanted it, so I started with one of the holes, and I'm just going to do that with one of the drill pieces, the drill bits, and I'm just going to make a hole manually and then I'll attach the trucks. Alright, so now we're gonna put this whole thing together. Mind you, I have never put a longboard together by myself. Sorry if you hear cars, it's just, I'm outside, so. What is my first move when putting a longboard together? Okay, first we gotta put the trucks together. So I have risers, and I think these are 1/4 inch. I'll double check, but all the information on all of these are in the description below. So if you want to check it out, you can read it down there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these bad boys. So I have caliber trucks. I don't remember what any of the details are for these things. So I honestly don't memorize specs of all of these are. So again, it's in the description below so you can check those out. What you want to do, according to the tutorials that I have watched, you want to make sure that the kingpin is facing out. Otherwise, the board is gonna turn the wrong way when you carve. So you want to make sure that you put it facing out. I'm gonna put the risers. You'll notice here that the holes have 2 here and one here. So you want to make sure that it's aligned. And that way, I don't know if you can see anything I'm doing, but hopefully you can. Maybe I'll scooch it out a little bit more. So I am using hardware from my loaded Terra board because I totally forgot to buy new hardware for this new setup. So once I do get a chance to buy new hardware, I will swap it out. But for now, this is fine. So I'm gonna make sure that I align it this way and where the holes are. And then I'm gonna place the screw in the hole. Okay, so now that that's all in, I'm gonna take these nuts and you're going to screw it in. So you don't really need a screwdriver or a drill to do this, but if you do have one, you can. I am just gonna tighten it with the T-tool that I have, and I just wanna make sure that it's super tight because you don't want it to jiggle because it'll make the holes bigger. You want it to just stay pretty good. So you just want to make sure it's not jiggling. Okay, let's do it to the other side. This is a lot easier than I thought it would be, which is a good thing. I was expecting it to be a lot harder, but that's just intimidation of doing something new. Now it's time to put on the wheels. So now that I have the trucks assembled with the kingpins facing out, I'm gonna put on the wheels. If you buy trucks, you're gonna notice that it comes with the nuts and then speed rings. One is gonna go right at the end of it, and then one is going the other side once I close it out. So I'm just gonna make sure that I keep these two somewhere safe where I don't lose it, and then I am going to insert bearings. So these bearings come with spacers already, so I don't have to buy spacers, I just put them in. So basically you just kind of push it in there. And I'm just gonna make sure that it's in there tightly. And then you put one other side. So the bearings come with 8 pieces. Just want to make sure that it's nice and tight in there. My fingers aren't very long, so it's kind of hard to tell, but you just want to make sure that it spins. Put the speed ring back in, and then I'm going to put in the nut. Alright, last one. Alright. And that concludes the setup of my longboard. It is a lot heavier now with the trucks and the wheels on, but that is basically how to set up a longboard. It wasn't too bad. That took a lot longer than I wanted it to, but that was because I was also taking a video of it and it was my first time. But definitely I feel more confident in setting this up myself, so if ever I wanted to change out the trucks for whatever reason or the wheels, I know I can do that. What I haven't tried yet is the bushings, so eventually I will do that once I trade out these ones for these ones, in the case that I ever decide to do it somewhere down the road. I haven't adjusted the trucks to be as loose as I want it to, so it's pretty tight right now. So I'm probably going to loosen that up once I test this board out for the first time. But yeah, this is my new longboard setup. Thanks for watching. If you like this content and you want to see more of my longboarding progress or any of the other videos that I will eventually post in the future, please like and subscribe. I hope to hit 30,000 before 30 if that's possible, or 3,000 if it's not too far of a stretch. So we'll see how that goes, but thank you to everybody who supported my channel so far and watches my videos. Thank you everybody. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna try and ride this board and see how it feels. So bye.